Hello, everyone. Well, in the past few hours, there's been a lot of talk about Meghan Markle, Harry, and, well, in May, they're returning to the UK, to Europe, and evidently, we're a bit expectant about how William and Kate will take these circumstances. In theory, it seems that they've had a private conversation. This has upset the British royalty because it was a conversation between 2 or 4 people. We don't know exactly if the couples were there or not, and it happened either over the phone or via video call. But according to a royal expert, it's been leaked, and they're saying, well, how do you know about this private conversation? If William and Kate haven't disclosed it, who has? And now, in reference to all of this, Harry warns Meghan, watch out for Kate Middleton, as if she were bad or something, when I believe she's someone who, like few others, couldn't be more honest, good, humble, always trying to help others. I don't think you can ask for more. In fact, if they enjoy that popularity, in this case, Kate Middleton being the most popular and beloved of the entire British monarchy, it's for a reason. So, well, my people, let's start with this warning from Harry to Meghan Markle. I'll tell you that things between Harry and Meghan are going to end very badly because all the information coming out is worse by the day. So, we'll see what happens. But look at the beautiful picture we have here when Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton got along, coinciding in many places like this Wimbledon Tennis Championship in 2018. Well, they attended many events, not only official ones but also ones that were a bit for leisure and such. Well, in a relaxed manner, despite, as you know, how Kate Middleton dresses, which is very, princess-like, as she is. But it's true that even for this kind of more natural setting, a bit more casually dressed, a bit more, Meghan style, a bit more tranquil. And yet, of course, now these kinds of headlines arise. Imagine in the UK's Mirror, one of the most famous there, the serious warning from Prince Harry to Meghan Markle not to abuse the trust in Kate Middleton when really it should be the other way around. Don't abuse Meghan's trust because she's married to Harry. That would be the headline, really. Kate, don't trust Meghan, not so much because of Meghan, but because Harry is by her side and he's not trustworthy. Well, the royal family feels they can't trust Prince Harry and Meghan Markle with important matters, says royal author and expert Tom King. The royal expert says Meghan Markle received dire warnings not to abuse the trust they were given when they were informed about the Princess of Wales's cancer diagnosis, according to royal expert and author Tom King. What he said was that since they left their positions as members of the royalty back in 2020 to Queen Elizabeth II, who was still alive, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are no longer in the main circuit. This means that when something is about to be made public, they are informed on a case-by-case basis. This implies that they are not automatically included in announcements. The royal expert said that within the royal family and Kensington Palace officials, there is a feeling that Meghan and Harry must be handled very carefully as they cannot be trusted. The commentator's comments came amid speculation that Harry and Meghan were not warned in advance about Catherine's diagnosis, something that would have upset the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But they must also understand that they are not trustworthy people, so I wouldn't trust a secret or anything to someone who has stabbed me in the back, let's call it that way for you to understand. Queen apparently also issued dire warnings that Meghan and Harry were being entrusted with information in advance and should not abuse that trust. Meghan and Harry are no longer in the main circuit. When something is about to be made public, they are told on a case-by-case basis instead of being automatically included, depending on the reason or the secret, let's say, of the royal household. They decide not to inform them automatically but depending on what it is. For example, if Prince Louis has fallen and hurt himself and is in the hospital, instead of, for example, he's fine, nothing has happened to the poor child, automatically, they receive a message from the press office internally to King Charles. However, Prince Harry only receives it if they decide whether or not to give him the news. In this case, since they saw that it was something very important, like the issue of cancer, they decided not to tell Harry and Meghan. It upset them because they felt like they were being distrusted, but I think this is going to muddy the relationship a little more because if Harry was planning to apologize or go see Kate, now everything becomes a bit more complicated. Because, of course, neither of them is willing to back down. William thinks Harry should apologize publicly and privately, and Harry thinks it's very ugly that he no longer apologizes. So, very complicated everything. Catherine announced her cancer diagnosis to the world at the end of last week, as you know, with an emotional video in which she said she wanted to take this opportunity to personally thank everyone for all the wonderful messages of support and for their understanding while she has been recovering from surgery. Well, as I was saying, since they left their position as members of the royal family back in 2020 to Queen Elizabeth II, who was still alive, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are no longer in the main circuit. This means that when something is about to be made public, they are informed on a case-by-case basis. This means that they are not automatically included in announcements. The royal expert said that within the royal family and the Kensington Palace officials, there is a feeling that Meghan and Harry must be handled with great care as they cannot be trusted. The author's comments came amid speculation that Harry and Meghan were not warned in advance about Catherine's diagnosis, something that would have upset the Sussexes. But they must also understand that they are not trustworthy individuals. So, I wouldn't trust them with a secret or anything, to someone who, let's say, has stabbed me in the back, if you understand what I mean. Queen also apparently issued terrible warnings that Meghan and Harry were being trusted with information in advance and should not abuse that trust. Meghan and Harry are no longer in the main circuit, so when something is about to be made public, they are informed on a case-by-case basis, instead of being automatically included. It depends on the reason or the secret of the royal house, they decide whether or not to inform them automatically. For example, if something happens to Prince Louis, they automatically receive a message from the press office internally, whereas in Harry's case, they decide whether to inform him depending on the news. In this case, as they saw it was something very important regarding cancer, they decided not to tell Harry and Meghan. They took offense because they felt mistrusted, but I think this will further cloud the relationship because, if Harry had planned to apologize or go see Kate, now everything becomes a bit more complicated. William thinks Harry should publicly and privately apologize, and Harry thinks that's very ugly, and he won't apologize anymore. So, very complicated everything. Catherine announced her cancer diagnosis to the world at the end of last week with an emotional video in which she said, "I wanted to take this opportunity to personally thank you all for the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding while I have been recovering from surgery. It has been a couple of incredibly difficult months for our whole family, but I have had a fantastic medical team who have looked after me very well, so I am very grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at that time, it was thought that my condition was not cancerous. The surgery was successful, however, subsequent tests after the operation revealed that there was cancer. Therefore, my medical team recommended that I should undergo preventive chemotherapy treatment, and I am now in the first stage of that treatment. This, of course, was a great shock, and William and I have been doing everything possible to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family. As you can imagine, this has taken time. It has taken me time to recover from major surgery to be able to start my treatment, but most importantly, we have taken time to explain to the children what it is. So, really, it hasn't been said before. Well, as I said, I'm fine and getting stronger every day by focusing on the things that will help me heal in mind, body, and spirit. Having William by my side is also a great source of comfort, and peace." Notice that the issue, as I said, was very cold from Harry and Meghan to Kate regarding her recovery and her family, as if it were something foreign, not. In this case, as I said, the opposite is true. Kate Middleton, I think, in this message, was very close to William. It's very clear that there is no relationship with Rose Hanbury, or at least not currently. As we've been hearing for the past 2 or 3 months, well, in theory, according to a royal expert who also has William's confidence, it was revealed that it was something sporadic. We understand that they forgave each other. It seems that there is good chemistry, a good feeling, and really very different from what happened with Queen Letizia and King Felipe. We don't know if Rose Hanbury is still in William's plans. It seems not, apparently. I don't know if it seems different to you based on what we've seen in general from all the information we've been getting for the past 2 or 3 months. Well, my people, see you in the next video. I await your comments. Greetings and thank you.